Section 1. India's Financial Blueprint, the 2024 Budget. On February 1, 2024, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman presented India's annual budget. This event outlines the government's spending and revenue plans. It impacts every citizen, from farmers to industrialists. This year's budget arrived against a backdrop of global economic uncertainty. The Russia-Ukraine war continues to disrupt supply chains. Inflation remains a concern worldwide. All eyes were on Finance Minister Sitharaman to address these issues. It was broadcast live across the nation. The budget's theme, Amrit Kal, emphasized long-term growth and development. Section 2. Healthcare in Focus, a Healthier Tomorrow. The COVID-19 pandemic exposed the vulnerabilities of India's healthcare system. Recognizing this, the 2024 budget allocated a significant portion of funds towards strengthening healthcare infrastructure and services. A key highlight was the substantial increase in the healthcare budget. It received a 15% boost compared to the previous year. This injection of funds aimed to expand healthcare access, particularly in rural and underserved areas. The government announced plans to build new hospitals, primary healthcare centers, and mobile medical units. Emphasis was placed on strengthening critical care facilities. This included increasing the number of ICU beds, ventilators, and oxygen supply networks. The budget also allocated funds for research and development in healthcare. This aimed to foster innovation in medical technology and drug discovery. Another key focus area was preventive healthcare. The government also announced plans to expand health insurance coverage. Section 3. Empowering minds, education takes center stage. Education is the bedrock of a nation's progress. The 2024 budget recognized this by prioritizing investments in education and skill development. The government allocated a significant portion of funds to improve the quality of education at all levels. It aimed to equip India's youth with the skills needed for the 21st century. The budget proposed a substantial increase in funding for primary and secondary education. This aimed to improve infrastructure, enhance teacher training, and provide quality education to all children. Special emphasis was placed on promoting digital literacy and integrating technology into classrooms. Higher education also received a boost in funding. The government announced plans to establish new universities and colleges. Recognizing the importance of skill development, the budget proposed a significant investment in vocational training and skill development programs. This aimed to enhance employability and bridge the skill gap in the workforce. Section 4. Building for the future, infrastructure and development. Infrastructure is the backbone of any economy. The 2024 budget recognized this by prioritizing investments in infrastructure development across various sectors. The government allocated a significant portion of funds to projects related to roads, railways, airports, ports, and digital connectivity. The budget proposed a massive investment in the road and highway sector. This aimed to improve connectivity between cities, towns, and villages. The government announced plans to construct thousands of kilometers of new highways. It also allocated funds for the maintenance and upgradation of existing roads. Railways received a significant boost in funding. The budget allocated funds for modernizing railway infrastructure, including tracks, signaling systems, and rolling stock. The government announced plans to introduce new high-speed rail corridors. The budget also allocated funds for the expansion and modernization of airports. The government announced plans to develop new airports and upgrade existing ones. Section 5. Securing our borders, defense allocations. In a world facing increasing geopolitical uncertainties, India recognizes the importance of a strong defense force. The 2024 budget reflected this priority by allocating a substantial increase in defense spending. This aimed to modernize the armed forces, enhance their capabilities, and ensure the nation's security. A significant portion of the defense budget was allocated to capital expenditure. This included the procurement of new weapon systems, aircraft, warships, and other military equipment. The government emphasized the need to reduce dependence on foreign suppliers and promote indigenous defense production. The budget also allocated funds for research and development in defense technology. This aimed to foster innovation and self-reliance in critical defense technologies. The government announced plans to establish new defense research laboratories and collaborate with private companies and academic institutions in defense research. The budget also addressed the welfare of soldiers and veterans. Section 6. Tax reforms, easing the burden, boosting growth. Taxation plays a crucial role in any economy. It provides the government with the resources to fund public services and infrastructure development. The 2024 budget introduced several tax reforms aimed at simplifying the tax structure, easing the burden on taxpayers, and promoting economic growth. One of the key highlights of the budget was the increase in the income tax exemption limit. This provided relief to middle-class taxpayers by leaving more money in their pockets. The government also simplified the income tax slabs and reduced tax rates for certain income brackets. The budget also introduced measures to promote investment and entrepreneurship. It offered tax breaks for startups and small businesses. To boost manufacturing and create jobs, the budget announced tax incentives for companies setting up manufacturing units in India. Section 7. Voices from the ground, public and expert reactions. The 2024 budget received mixed reactions from the public, experts, and various stakeholders. While some lauded the government's focus on growth and development, others expressed concerns about certain aspects of the budget. Industry leaders welcomed the government's focus on infrastructure development, tax reforms, and ease of doing business. They believed that these measures would boost investment, create jobs, and drive economic growth. The stock market reacted positively to the budget, with key indices closing higher. Economists were divided in their opinions. Some praised the budget's focus on fiscal prudence and long-term growth. Others expressed concerns about the government's ability to meet its fiscal targets, especially in light of increased spending on social sector schemes. The common man had mixed reactions. While the middle class welcomed the income tax relief, farmers expressed disappointment over the lack of substantial measures to address their concerns. Overall, the 2024 budget was seen as a mixed bag. Section 8. The road ahead. Navigating challenges, seizing opportunities. The 2024 budget outlined an ambitious roadmap for India's economic growth and development. However, the road ahead is not without its challenges. The global economic outlook remains uncertain. Geopolitical tensions continue to simmer. Domestically, India faces challenges such as rising inflation, unemployment, and poverty. The government's ability to navigate these challenges and achieve its budgetary targets will depend on several factors. Effective implementation of the proposed reforms and infrastructure projects will be crucial. Attracting private investment and fostering entrepreneurship will be key to driving economic growth and creating jobs. Despite the challenges, India also has significant opportunities for growth. The government's focus on infrastructure development, digitalization, and skill development is a step in the right direction. Section 9. A budget for growth. Analyzing the economic impact. The 2024 budget's impact on the Indian economy is a subject of much debate. Increased spending on infrastructure, healthcare, and education is expected to boost economic activity and create jobs. Tax reforms aim to simplify the tax structure and reduce the burden on businesses and individuals. Promoting domestic manufacturing is expected to boost local industries and create employment. The push for digitalization and technology adoption is expected to drive innovation. Some economists express concerns about meeting fiscal deficit targets. Fiscal prudence is crucial to maintain macroeconomic stability. Section 10. Looking forward, long-term vision and unresolved questions. The 2024 budget reflects the government's long-term vision for India's economic growth and development. It aims to build a more resilient, inclusive, and sustainable economy. The budget's focus on infrastructure development, human capital investment, and technological advancement lays the foundation for a stronger and more prosperous India. However, some unresolved questions remain. The budget's effectiveness in addressing critical issues such as unemployment, poverty, and inequality remains to be seen. The government's ability to create enough jobs to absorb the millions entering the workforce each year is a significant challenge. The budget's impact on the environment is another concern. The success of the 2024 budget will ultimately depend on the government's commitment to its vision and its ability to translate its plans into action.